I'm getting money like I'm supposed to pay. I'm getting money like I'm supposed to pay. Oh, all my niggas close to me. And all the
Hey. Morning, everybody. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful morning. TGIF, woo woo. Damo D, DC Smiles in the house. Now, this morning I told you that I was going to be coming back and talking to you guys about some multi-level marketing tidbits, some tips, some things to go over. So that's what I'm going to be doing this morning. I'm going to try and make it nice and quick. I'll try not to talk too much and talk too fast to really get the best value that I can be able to give you. So I want to go over some ways in multi-level marketing. One of the things that we do is we bring people in. We run a business, you know. This is the best way to be able to run a business. Most people go out there and they want to run a business, and it's about, $65,000 to be able to start up your own business, to put that cost in. And with multi-level marketing, you get to be an entrepreneur. We teach people to be entrepreneurs without having to put in that high cost, without having to put in that high overhead. So one of the things that we do is we create what is called residual income and what is called passive income. So at one point, yes, you put in a lot of hard work, but at one point, their money just continuously flows, just like you would if you were to make a book. If you were to write a book, you would make that book, you would spend that time to write that book. And then once it's published, you still continuously get money after that work is done. So one of the main things that you have to do is constantly, be talking to people, be bringing people into your business, because, if you had a business and there was nobody there to be able to, cook the burgers, to be able to serve the customers, to be able to, host, to be able to clean, to be able to manage, you wouldn't be running a business, a successful business. So this is what we're doing. We're running a business, and we have to bring people in. We have to, talk to people and bring in business partners. So what I want to talk to you today is about becoming a recruiting machine. Is about recruiting and bringing in friends and bringing in people, entrepreneurs, people who want to create their own business and create residual passive income. So step one would be, you have to make a decision that this is what you want to do. I understand that a lot of people may want to do this part-time. Me, I love doing it part-time. I love I love, working with justice. I love, working my business. So I have already made a decision that this is something that I'm going to be doing and that I'm going to be doing for a very long time. People come in and they come out and they drop out. But for me, this is a lifestyle. This is something that I'm not giving up on. So you have to come in, you have to make a decision that this is what you're doing, that you're here to help people, that you're going to, move past your insecurities when it comes to, some people, they feel weird. They don't know, they aren't educated about network marketing, and they may have a bad taste in their mouth because of maybe somebody that approached them before. And, people tend to judge, and they tend to, really be ignorant to the fact of network marketing and kind of what it's all about. So I always tell people, sit down with me, just listen to it, just listen. And if you heard it from someone else, that's okay, no problem. But you haven't heard it from me. You haven't heard it from me, and you don't know the system until you've heard it from me. So make that decision to emotionally connect with people, to help people make a better life and make a difference in someone's life. Make a decision to fill the gap, that if you're insecure about something, if you don't know how to do something, go get that knowledge, or, come to me, and I'm always going to be there to be able to help you out. Step number 2 is create a recruiting mindset. So you have a gift as a network marketer. You have a gift to be able to spread out there and to give to people. You have the gift to help people get out of debt. You have the gift to be able to create jobs for people. You have a gift to be able to, teach people about money and how it works. You have a gift to be able to, help people. People want to go into business, and so many people think about being their own boss, but they are what? They're scared because they don't have the knowledge. They don't know what product to be able to give out. They are scared because they might think that they may fail. They're scared because they have to put in big overheads. There's so many different reasons why people don't go into business for themselves. This is the best way. This is the best system to be able to do it, because you don't have the high overhead. You have a system that's already working, that's proven for you. You have people already there that have skill. You have people there to support you. When you're going to business by yourself, you're going to business by yourself. But with network marketing, you're not going to business by yourself. You're going to business with people, but for yourself, create that mindset that you're going to, be able to give guidance, that you have the best opportunity to be able to give out and have that confidence. And again, I'm here to teach you this, but you have to build a recruiting mindset. I go through and when I talk to people, I know that I have something, I have a gift, I have, something to be able to offer the world. I know that this is a need for so many different people. May not be for everyone, and it's not for everyone, but it is a need for so many different people. So you have to know that and you have to believe that. Step 3 is great recruiters, great people. They come in with and they're always collecting friends. So they're always, meeting new people. They're always, being interested in other people. They're always, on some type of social media. They're always in some type of networking, something or other, right? So they're always building trust, building relationships, creating that bond with people. And, because that in your business, you're not there to just be there. Some companies say, don't fraternize, don't talk, don't do anything outside of work and things like that. But with network marketing, you build that relationship because these are people that you're going to be working with for a very, very long time. So you build that bond because it's not just about work. It's about, helping people and having and giving a contribution to the world and giving contribution to, the people around you and helping them believe in themselves and go after their goals. So build those relationships, you guys. Collect friends and always be talking to people. Always have fun. Always be, out there. Step number 4 is develop daily positive habits. It took me a very long time to be able to start developing daily positive habits. I go and so many people know me. I go and I do daily affirmations. I work on personal development every single day. I work on strengthening my mind, and I work on doing certain things throughout the day. I work on making sure that my mindset is in the right place before I go out there and before I go out and talk to anybody. I make sure that I'm always eating correctly, and you fall off the boat, but you continue to get back on. So creating good daily habits. There's so much distractions out there that you're going to be a slave to your habits either way, but what habits are those that you are being a slave to, Step number 5 is always be prepared. So for me, I keep my business cards, I keep my product. If I do have, I work with, I have 2 different businesses that I work with. So I do have some product on hand, but if you have product, keep that on you. If you don't, then don't. One of my businesses, I don't have any product to be able to keep on me, but I do have, brochures. I do have, CDs. I do have pamphlets. I do have all these different things to be able to give and show people when they ask. Some people even and also be ready with stories. So every objection you get, if you have a story to be able to give, people remember stories. They remember impact. They remember feeling. They remember emotion, right? So if you have a story, and if let's say you're sitting with a teacher and you have a story about a teacher who came into the business and rocked it. If you had a story about how someone didn't want, I didn't want to do this. I was approached like 4 years ago by someone, and I was like, no, I'm not about that. So if you have a story like that and someone's like, no, I'm not doing it, but you have those type of stories to be able to pull out on hand, to be prepared, you're going to be even better. You're going to be kicking it, and you're going to be like rock star recruiter. Step number 6 is be excited, be enthused. People who are enthused, there's so many different people, and, 2 that come to mind right away. And they're just infectious. Like everything that they did and they said, it's so great to be around them. It's so, you just want to be around people who are excited, that are joyous of their life. It's so amazing. 'Cause so many people out there, they're bored. They go home, they watch TV, they whatever, But so many people are bored with the life that they have, that when they see someone excited, fired up, ready to go, they're passionate about what they're doing and how they're helping people. It's contagious. People want to be around that. People are going to want to be around you and want to see what you have to say. Step number 7, last one, is think bigger. As an entrepreneur, you need to think bigger. You need to think outside of the box. You need to think in a big mindset. You need to think contribution. You need to think in bunches. And when I talk about, bringing people into a business, I talk about either, big numbers. I talk about, success loves speed in what we do. So if I'm always talking about what we're doing, it makes a big impact. And, you know, think bigger about how many people you're going to touch. Think bigger about how this is going to make you feel. This is going to make everyone feel. This is going to make your family feel. Think about the end picture. Create a vision, a big vision about what you're doing and why you're doing it. Have that passion, have that knowledge, and have that belief. Because, you know, I've seen so many people above me, before me, succeed at what we're doing, and it's hard sometimes. It is. It's not easy to be able to be an entrepreneur, but it is worth it. And anything that's worth doing is worth failing. You know, if you are if you ever wanted to be your own boss, if you ever wanted to give more to your family, if you ever wanted to get out of debt, if you ever wanted to, you know, be able to travel, so many people give up on their dreams, and it's because they don't think that they can do it. And when you instill that belief, and when you think bigger, and when you're in that environment, you know, you breed success, you breed winners, you breed leaders, and it just comes from thinking bigger and having that bigger mindset. You're going to attract people that are like you, that are like that. And it's going to be such a great environment. It already is. But those are my 7 steps. These aren't my steps. These are steps that I've learned, that I've taken the knowledge from someone else to be able to tell you. So I'm always learning new stuff, and I'm not perfect. I'm still learning, and I tell my team that I'm learning and I'm trying and I'm doing what I can for you guys, for me, for my family, for my friends. And people are going to join you, and you're going to be always one step ahead because you're always learning. There's a lot of people that aren't always continuously learning, trying to develop themselves. So if you're that one person who's going to and who's trying every single day, you know, those daily habits, you're ahead of the game. So I just wanted to give you a little bit of information, and maybe hopefully you got some value from this webinar, this video today. Again, any comments, any questions, please message me. Please give a shout out, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, everybody. Not that song.